Hello, everybody. Hope you guys are doing amazing on this beautiful Monday. Had a lot of good football played yesterday. Honestly, got two games tonight too. Got two Monday night games. Kind of caught me by surprise. I'm used to only being one. But when I was doing my counting for like how many games I got right and everything, I was like, wait a minute, it feels like it's missing one. Then I found out there are two Monday night games tonight, guys. So if you did not know that, this is news to you right now. But let's go ahead and look back into my picks, and then honestly, let's see how well it did. So these are my picks for yesterday's games. These are just for Sunday's games. I have not done my picks for Monday Night Football yet, but that video will be coming out later today before the games begin tonight. So look out for that. But as you guys can see, these are the teams that I picked to win yesterday. And without any further ado, let's reveal how I did. Boom, look at that, guys. Now, if you guys can't count as fast, that'll tell you right there that your boy Tess went 9-4 for the week. I'm pretty sure that's what it says. Wait, I thought that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, nine. There we go. I was like, okay, I did do that right. All right, 9-4. So if we add 9-4 to my record already of 10-7 for the year, we will then finish at 19-11 on the year. We are currently, guys. I am currently, as we sit right here and record this, I am sitting at 9-11 for the year on my picks. That's 8 games over 500, guys. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? That is 62%. That is like 62% correct that I am on these picks. Look, man, I ain't putting no money on this. I ain't betting or anything. But if you guys watching these videos, I'm just saying y'all might want to take some of these picks I'm giving y'all. Get you a little bread, a little mignon. You know what I'm saying? The holidays right around the corner or whatnot. Get your little bread. Get that girl something special. Get your kids something special. You know what I'm saying? All of these test picks. Honestly, I probably shouldn't even tell y'all that because as soon as I start getting these wrong, and y'all betting on it, y'all gonna come for me. So honestly, take that with a grain of salt. I play them, but I'm sitting at 19-11 for the year, guys, and I got two more games today that I could get right or mess up and get wrong. So I could either end up being 21-11, so 10 games over 500, or I get them both wrong and I am 19-13. But that'll still be 6 games over 500, which I won't be tripping about. You know what I'm saying? So it's looking good. And I told y'all I was going to be doing this good. So we will see what happens with those games. But brief little overview of these games today. From yesterday, the Ravens whooped the shit out of the Browns, as I said they would. The Bengals beat the Jags, but man, Joe Burrow got turf toe, going to be out for several months. Fantasy owners everywhere are kicking themselves because of that, and I hope he gets better. But hey, I told you guys, the Bengals are going to start 2-0 for the first time in a long time, and they did exactly that. Cowboys. All right, I said we were gonna put belt to ass on the Giants, but we didn't do any. We didn't do that at all. So we didn't do that at all. But we won the game. Yes, it was in overtime. And honestly, I hope that the Giants are just better than we all think they are. Because if not, that's just gonna say a lot more about the Cowboys than it is gonna say about the Giants. But you know what? They won, so I'm not gonna dwell too much on that. This is a good video. Next, we had the Lions, who I said were going to handle up on the Bears, which they did. The Patriots did indeed beat the Miami Dolphins. It wasn't as big of an ass whooping as I thought it would be. Like, the Dolphins actually started to show a little bit of life and everything. But, I mean, of course, Tua did Tua things at the end and threw that pick that just sealed the game. So, they're going to have a whole lot of shit they are dealing with all year this year. And so that'll be something to see. San Francisco, like I told y'all, would beat New Orleans. It's like, yeah, I get it. Brock Purdy's out. They had Mac Jones out there as their starting quarterback, and they still were able to win. because of the fact, like I told you, the Saints defense has been ass since Bounty Gate, basically. And it's sad to see because I'm telling you, I used to love watching them because of Drew Brees. So it's kind of sad to see the state of the Saints. But hey, man, I was like, I can only care too much about one team that I love, like pissing me off that much. So, and that's the Cowboys at this point. Next, we have the Bills, who completely just demolished the Jets. And it's like that week one that they had against Pittsburgh looked good, but they did not look like that same team against Buffalo this week. And also, Justin Fields got hurt as well. I think they said it's a concussion, or it looked like it may have been a concussion, or he's probably in concussion protocol. So they just got more issues. They got more and more issues to deal with there over in with the Jets. But man, shout out to them though. You know what I'm saying? Because like 2 weeks in, they are 0-2, as a lot of people would expect the Jets to be because they're the Jets. So I can understand that. But let's be honest though, they've looked pretty good, except for, I mean, yeah, okay, they look pretty putrid against the Bills, but they looked really good in week one against Pittsburgh. So that's showing you that like there's talent, there are flashes that are there for the Jets. They just got to get their shit together. Next, we have, okay, this is when I started getting, okay, now we can start getting into when I started getting games wrong, basically. Pittsburgh did not beat Seattle, which I thought they would do, but they did the complete opposite of that and honestly looked pretty bad doing it. But hey, look, hey, you can't get everything right, okay? You can't get everything right. Got that wrong. It's okay. I just told y'all like 7 games before that I got right though, but whatever. Next, yeah, I knew the Rams were gonna beat Tennessee, but hey, shout out Cam Ward, man. I was like, I want him to prosper. I want him to do amazingly. He threw his first touchdown of his career this week. It was a touchdown across his body that a lot of coaches and everything wouldn't have advised him to do. But like I said, bro, like that, I was like, bro, Cam Cole, and he just got to realize what like a lot of like stars have to realize when they go to pretty dog shit teams, that it's like, look, I am the best thing that's happening here, and basically we got to worry about my development, and I got to make sure that I'm making the plays and making shit happen, because if I don't make shit happen, it probably won't happen. Not on some like he can't trust his teammates. It's just his teammates and the entire organization, the entire city and everybody is going to be looking to Cam to make plays. It's going to be, oh man, if we need something to happen, they're going to kind of be expecting Cam to be the one that makes it happen. And I know he knows that and understands that, but once he really, really understands that, like in game speed as well too, like being on the field, and understands like, yes, they are going to be looking for me to make a play. Whether it doesn't mean I have to score every touchdown or whatever like that, but they are going to be looking for me to do things to help put us in position to win games. And I mean, bro, we're in week 2. You know what I'm saying? Like we're in week 2. We got 17 games. He's gonna realize that over time, and like he's realizing that and realizing like I'm just gonna have to be spectacular and make plays and just make shit happen. And you started seeing even more flashes of that this game, and that defense was looking pretty good too against Stafford. They rattled him a bunch, and there was a few turnovers in that game that definitely helped. So it was within reach for him to win, but they just couldn't put it all together yet. But I feel like over time he will start doing that, and the more as they get more pieces to actually help him out over like the next few years and stuff, like Cam gonna be good, bro. Like Cam's gonna look good. But shout out to the Rams for getting that. Shout out to my boy Puka Nakua helping my fantasy teams. Oh my God, I should have picked him up in way more leagues than I did. I am very distraught about the fact that I didn't do that. But moving on. Arizona beat Carolina like I said they would. That game got close towards the end. I think honestly, Arizona just kind of let off the gas and started doing what they be doing. Which Arizona, if you guys don't realize, they be bullshitting a lot. And like, here's the thing: Arizona can look like the best team in the league against certain teams and on certain drives and shit. And then in the same game, they can look like the worst fucking. They can look like a college team and a team that is like, how are they even a football team? Like they do dumb shit at times, and so they kind of let off the gas a little bit, started letting Carolina back into it, but it was still out of reach to where it was understood that Arizona was going to still pull out the victory. Next, we got, man, I'll tell you, bro. That's what I've been trying to tell y'all about. I swear I've tried to tell y'all about Bo Nix. And I'm like, it's like, you would think I hate this guy. And I only really don't like him because he's literally been the reason why I've lost in fantasy because I was playing against him and he decided to have the like greatest games of his career in those times. But at the same time, this motherfucker will do shit where he looks god awful as well, and you just don't know which Bo Nix you're gonna get or which Denver Broncos you're gonna get. And so these motherfuckers lost to Danny. They lost to Danny Dimes, and oh, actually, he's not even being called Danny Dimes no more. His new nickname apparently is Indiana Jones, which I'm not gonna lie to you, that's a cold nickname. That's amazing. Like I am all for someone going to another situation and striving there and just completely like changing narratives and things about themselves. So like here's the thing. I'm not a stan, I'm not a fan. I'll never be a stan. And I'm not even can't even say that I'm a fan yet of Daniel Jones. But I am a big supporter of people getting like second chances in other places to at least prove themselves. It's like, hey man, if you prove you still ain't worth shit, then hey, you still ain't shit. But if you do prove that, hey, you know what I'm saying, that was a different situation, I'm in a different one now, I'm better, like I'm all for giving people those opportunities to do that. And as we said, the Indianapolis Colts are 2-0 with Daniel Jones as their starter. And the New York Giants are 0-2 without Daniel Jones as their starter. Hey, just something to think about. Just something to think about. Next, we had the Super Bowl. You know, the Super Bowl rematch. And here's the thing: if you know me, you know how much I love Patty. I love Pat Mahomes. That's my homeboy. I love him. And you know how much like it's not even that I hate the fucking Eagles. It's just they're in our division, so it's like beef. Like fuck them guys. Like they've won 2 Super Bowls since you know what I'm saying? The Cowboys won 3 Super Bowls since I've been alive, yes. But those were in like the first 4 years of my life. The Eagles have won 2 Super Bowls in my life that I've actually seen both of those Super Bowls, was watching football, paying attention throughout the entire time. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of a fuck you to the Eagles because I've seen them be good in my lifetime and they're in my division. So it's just same with the Giants. Same with the Giants. I've seen the Giants I've seen the Giants and the Eagles win Super Bowls. That's why it's more of a fuck you to them than it is to like Washington because it's like, yeah, I heard you guys won Super Bowls and shit, but like you like that. You like our Super Bowls. I ain't see that shit. So it's like whatever. I ain't finna be beefing with you too much. These other two motherfuckers though, I've seen them be good. I've seen the league like be on they jock like in certain years and everything. So it's just like it's a different fuck you towards the Eagles and towards the Giants. But it's just fucking annoying to keep seeing them beat Patty and them. But it's like they got a good team, dog. Like it's like they got a good defense. They got a good O line. They got great receivers. They got a fucking quarterback who can literally orchestrate all of that. And now, in my opinion, isn't like operating with so much like anxiety and like things on his head as he was in previous years. Because now it's like, bro, I've already proven this. I've won at every level I could basically play this game at. And it's like I don't have too much more to prove to people. Yeah, y'all can talk about this and that. And like I said, I'm one of those people who talk about a lot of stuff with him about how I'm like, yeah, he isn't what you would quintessentially think of as like a quarterback. But by that, I just mean he's not a passing quarterback. Like Jalen Hurts can throw the ball and can rack up some passing yards, but it's just you're not expecting him to go out there and throw for 400 yards. Like that's not what. If he does, it's like god damn, like what was going on in that game if that happens. But that doesn't still mean that he's not effective and that he doesn't do a lot of stuff in this game that helps his team win every single week. And it doesn't mean that he's honestly not the catalyst behind a lot of their winning. Like because a lot of if they didn't have Jalen Hurts, I'm not saying that they wouldn't still be a team that wins, but they wouldn't win the way that they win if it wasn't for Jay, and they wouldn't win probably as frequently as they win if it wasn't for Jalen Hurts. And that's not me saying that he's out there slinging the ball and doing what like Patty and other quarterbacks like Josh Allen and other quarterbacks can do, but he's still getting out there. He is still taking a lot of attention. He's still throwing, orchestrating the ball, handling like he's doing a lot of stuff that it ends up resulting in his team winning. So it's like you can hate him, you cannot like the Eagles and everything, but if you are real about the whole situation, you cannot look at you cannot look at it and be like, yeah, he's a trash player. It's like, no, you're just a hater. If you try to act like that, you're a hater, because what he does definitely results in them winning a lot of the games that they end up winning. He has rushing touch. Yeah, you'll say the tush push, but he has other rushes and other running touchdowns in those games that allow that either that put them up, or he has rushes in those games that put them in position to win those games and get them in like field goal range. It's like Patty does the same exact thing. People don't think of Patty as like a runner, but he's a very effective runner in this league. When he takes off to make sure that he gets the first downs or to get those yardage that he needs. Jalen Hurts is the same exact way. We just don't think about it because yeah, a majority of his touchdowns come within like 2-3 yards off of somebody pushing his ass. So it's like I get it. We don't like to think. I'm telling you, I be talking just the most shit about him and them as well. So I completely understand it. But that at the same time, I will still give him his praise and accolades that he rightfully deserves. So that's what other people should be doing as well. And it just kind of sucks though for like it just sucks though for the Chiefs, man. Like this is like three straight losses for like Patty and them. The first time he's lost, he started the season like 0-2 since like high school is what I saw a stat. So it's just like my boys used to winning, man. But hey, bro, there's 17 games. You don't got to go 17-0 to make it to the playoffs or to be the number one seed. So shit happens, man. I still believe in my boys. I still believe the Chiefs will figure it out and get it done somehow, some way or another. They always do. So it'll be a long season, but it's not starting off not looking too well. They're starting off the season looking like the Bengals usually do at 0-2, but it's like they're 0-2. Like the Bengals are 2-0, the Chiefs are 0-2. Who would have thought? But finally, the Sunday night game. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this game was pretty boring to begin with. It was a whole bunch of field goals and shit. They were just kind of trading. Like, you get a field goal, you get a field goal, you get a field goal. They were just going back and forth for a while. Bro, I gave JJ so much praise last week about just staying poised through, that game last week against Chicago and everything they were dealing with. But, bro looked completely ass cheeks like in this game. He had like 0 touchdowns. I think it was like 2 picks and 3 fumbles. Like he lost, but they recovered one of those. Like bro looked dog shit last night. Like Minnesota, but that's the thing. Minnesota be doing that. I'm telling you, like they be so up and down. Like that's like games like that. Games like yesterday are the exact reason why people never believe in the Minnesota Vikings. Like it doesn't like it was a couple seasons ago or whatever where Kirk Cousins were like they were like 10-0. Like it doesn't matter how they start the season, how they look, whatever their records are. This is why nobody ever believes in them because they're so fucking like up and down, like night and day that you just kind of never. They're another team that you just kind of never know what you're going to get from them, but you know that there's talent there. Like you always know there's talent there, but you're just like, are you guys going to actually show up and show that talent today? Or are you gonna be ass cheeks? And last night they was ass cheeks, bro. Like there's no way around that. They were terrible. I forget what the final score was, but if I'm not mistaken, they scored like 2 field goals. That was it. It was like 20 something to 6, if I'm not mistaken about that. So I feel pretty bad for JJ. I feel bad for Jettas, man, and them boys, but it's up and down with them. So honestly, they're gonna end up doing better to end off like as the season continues going along. Like and as JJ just gets more comfortable. So that'll be something to see. But there you have it, guys. Those are all the results from all my picks from yesterday's games. I'm 19-11 as we currently sit for the year. Trying to go 21-11 with those 2 Monday night games later on tonight. We'll see how those go. Let me know how you guys did. Let me know if you guys are going to start taking some of my picks, you know what I'm saying, putting some Munyon on it. Try to get you some, try to get ready for the holidays. But hope you guys have a great rest of your day today. Love you all. Peace.